Morgrem was introduced last season, and honestly, while it was an okay Pokemon, it didn't really perform that well for me. But in this season, this Pokemon got buffed, and I got an instant 5-0 with this team, and I got an instant 5-0 with Morgrem, a Pokemon that now is definitely one of the strongest Pokemon you can build, and one of those Pokemon that really enjoys the XL candy. And so today we're going to take a look at what this Pokemon can do in the Go Battle League, as we're going to have a very interesting team, a team that is triple buffed this season. We have Doublade, we're going to have the Say-Sop of the Licky, and we have in the back our Morgrem. This Pokemon is a very interesting one because you have a very unique typing. You have the Dark as well as the Fairy type, which no other Pokemon really has, as far as I know at least. Of course, like the evolution line of this Pokemon. But as you guys see here, this thing is going to be able to take hits of anything. A Brick Break is coming through and not really doing so much damage, and we're going to be able to go for the player off. Why would you want to run Morgrem over Grimmsnarl? Morgrem actually has better stats than Grimmsnarl. It's way more difficult to build because you need a lot of XL candy for this thing, but it has better stats, which ultimately makes it a bit stronger for the Great League. It's only going to be stronger for the Great League, it's not going to be stronger for any of the other leagues, because it's just going to get there for the CP level. We have a nearly perfect Morgrem here actually for the Go Battle League, which is kind of cool. So yeah, this is a Pokemon that I would really recommend you to give a try. And we've seen the greatness already of this Pokemon in the first battle already, where it did quite a bit of a job, and we can see that we are very likely even going to be able to win this battle with all three of our Pokemon. Let's find out. We are going to be able to do exactly that, which is kind of crazy. Okay, Tinkaton against us. That is going to be a Pokemon that, yeah, we're going to be able to do some solid damage against. We're going to have some solid matchup there generally, and they're going to go into a Ferret, a Pokemon that is not going to appreciate any of our damage here. The Sacred Sword does a lot, but I actually swap out into the Morgrem. Why do you do this? Because the fast move of the opponent is double resisted. Any kind of Dark type move is going to be double resisted, as both Dark as well as Fairy resist this move. And so I'm not too worried about any kind of fast move they go against us, and so I'm just going to be able to utilize this as an opportunity to get a ton of energy against, like now the Tinkaton, and we have to go for a player off. It's going to be all resisted as well here, which is fine. Should have been mostly better to go for double player off, double foul play in hindsight, but it's okay. We're going to have here a charge move coming through, the Sacred Sword is coming in against the opponent's Lapras. I will take the fast moves here, but I will take the charge move onto my Licky. As this Psychic type fast move is going to be resisted on our Doublade. Licky is going to be able to take those other hits a little bit better. I think it definitely has a little bit more bulk than Doublade as well. So we can just utilize our Pokemon the best way possible. Kind of catching the move onto the Pokemon that can take them a bit better, taking the fast moves on the Pokemon to resist them, kind of perfectly played, and we can move on to the next opponent where we will see Jellicent in the lead. Which is quite interesting. You see me here actually staying in for a little bit too long. Why do I do this? Because I was expecting the opponent to go for perfect fast move timing, but instead they're just gonna decide to go straight for the move, trying to punish me early. But at the end of the day, I punish them now. I will be able to catch the Shadow Ball onto a normal type, but not only this, I have two great ants in the back for this Pokemon. We get the Wigglytuff out of here, which is amazing because yeah, I don't want to have this against Morgrem. And we're going to test our lead with our 100 energy, which is fantastic because this can help us out now in order to maybe even, align ourselves here. Let's see what we can do with it. But at the end of the day, we got rid of the hardest instant now against our lead and against our closer, with the Wigglytuff being out now. We still have our lead here alive and the opponent's lead alive, but at this point, because I had so much fast move pressure with my Doublade, which does super effective fast moves, I actually put them already in range where Doublade alone is going to be fine. But in comes now the Ferret, and again, Ferret's fast move are going to be resisted onto my Morgrem, but I'm not going to be able to swap into my Morgrem in time, which makes it all a little bit awkward. I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to win this battle now, unless I can maybe catch a move. I'm not too sure. I have to let the first move go, just in case they go for a Trailblaze, which they opt to do, which makes a lot of sense, as a Trailblaze is going to be a move that is going to boost their own attack up. Now I have the shield still for a boosted attack, which is quite a bit better for me. But I'm a bit worried here. I'm a bit worried that I'm not going to get to my move in time. I'm a bit worried that the opponent is going to outspeed me here. But I just got to go for the foul play. And the opponent stays in, and the opponent goes for an extra fast move, and the opponent goes down. And with this, we're going to win the battle immediately as Jellicent goes down against Morgrem. And we can move on to the next opponent. We will face a Wigglytuff in the lead, which of course is amazing. They swap out into the Bastiodon, and I can go into my Morgrem, a Pokemon that now generally is not like the best answer for this thing, but we can just go for a foul play. Foul play got buffed, it's quite a safe play to go for, and as you're gonna see, the buff on foul play actually makes a big difference here, because we can actually just farm them down. They didn't go for the charge move, and because they're now so far behind, they just decide to forfeit the battle straight away. And we can move on with a great lead for ourselves. So we have now, though, this Dennis says up, a Pokemon that I haven't seen in quite a while, a Pokemon that got nerfed quite significantly, but a Pokemon that also still takes some neutral damage here. And I think I'm going to be in a position where I should be able to hopefully align myself, as I still have the Licky around, and they go for the play off. They don't even go for the parabolic charge, which means I can just go for the body slam spam. I know they have to hit 2 charge moves anyway, no matter what. And I think this is going to be the best play that I can go for. And even if I use a shield here, I'm going to be alright because I just need alignment. And we're going to get alignment here. Parabolic charge coming through now. I can go for the body slam. But no matter what the opponent is going to try to do here, they should not be able to align themselves. And they're not going to be able to do that. And so the opponent is revealing their final Pokemon. It's yet again another ferret, which in this case though is taking some solid damage from our Licky still, as the body slam is gonna chunk away half of their health already at this point, and we have our harder answer still in the back here in our Morgrem. And they sub onto the Cradily, allowing me to punish them straight away with a Duel Blade. I am totally fine with this play. I can even just go straight for a charge move here, like for the Steel Type charge move for the Gyro Ball, in order to do as much damage as possible, as I should be able to kind of get out of this matchup unharmed, and I should be in a position where I definitely gonna be able to win this battle. And now I can even keep the shield for my Morgrem, which has pressure with a fast move against both of the opponent's remaining Pokemon. I try to go for the full farm down. It does actually kind of work out as the opponent stops out. I can go for a charge move here. Is the fast move enough to knock me out? It is not, and so I can even get another Sacred Sword off, which means we should be in a position where we can win the battle straight away, as Morgrem comes in, farms them down, and that's going to be it for that. So you see, this team basically works out perfectly. Like, we have here a lead that's going to be great against Charmers. We have a Sales Up that can bait them out, and we have a Closer that's going to be able to deal with basically everything else. And here I decided to go into my Licky against the Ludicolo. I think this is most likely the best play that I can go for, because at the end of the day, I am not revealing my final Pokemon. I have a Pokemon out here that's going to take, basically resisted fast move damage from the opponent. I am forced to use a shield here just in case they're going to go for a Leaf Storm, I think at least, but I decided to actually let the move go, which is going to be Weather Ball. That's quite risky, but works out quite well for me. And so now we're going to have the Shadow Ball getting the shield from the opponent. We're going to go for our own next charge move here. The Body Slam is coming in. And that is going to be fine. That is going to be the Body Slam knocking them out. And we have now a shield advantage. We have alignment, but we have a tough Pokemon to deal with in the back now. We're going to have the opponent's Primeape. And I know that I need for both Pokemon kind of my Duel Blade. And so I'm going to utilize my Duel Blade now. And I feel like this is actually a mistake now thinking about it, because I think I just forgot at this point which Pokemon they had in the lead, because this makes no sense. I sure went ahead and went into my Morgrem instead, which still does at least some good fast move pressure here, I guess. But I guess at this point, I'm just going to try to go for the full farm down, shield full farm down, and try to keep a Steel type move for the other Pokemon. I get denied here, and I let the move go. That doesn't make any sense at all. I don't know why I did this. I should have just farmed them down here. I should have most likely been able to do that. At this point, I don't think I have a way of winning this battle. I think I just completely forgot which Pokemon they had in the lead, and that is kind of unfortunate, because I think otherwise I had a decent shot at winning this battle if I just played it completely different. I don't know why I did this. So, yeah, sorry. I think I just forgot what they had in the lead. That is fine. Again, another Wigglytuff. Again, Duel Blade is a fantastic lead in the current meta. And apparently there must be like someone who made a team around Wigglytuff, Ludicolo, and I forgot the other Pokemon that they had them back just now. Good job, me. But as you can see here, the Leaf Storm is coming in this time around. And I went actually into my Morgrem instead in order to get rid of this Pokemon early on. As we're going to have a charge move coming in. This is going to be allowing us to get the knockout against the opponent guaranteed. We have a Play Rough coming in, which is going to put them then into Sacred Sword range. And we're in a very solid position. I actually really forgot what they had in the lead the last time around. It's got that Jellicent, I guess, which is fine. And it is, you mostly wonder why I decided to swap out here into my Duel Blade. The main reason for this is because I was thinking at this point Licky is going to be fine against the opponent's other Pokemon, against the opponent's Wigglytuff anyway, that I don't really need to keep my Duel Blade around, which I think is actually the right call, as I'm just going to be able to spam those charge moves against the opponent, forcing them to kind of consider shielding, but also kind of forcing them to go for a charge move, as now they're going to be super low. There's going to be a Surf coming through. I can go back into my Morgrem and have my Licky with full health left, which is absolutely enough to win us this battle here. There's no doubt about that. I can just swap out straight away. They're in Body Slam range. I can just go for the Body Slam spam. I even get it off before they can go for anything first. And so that means I win this battle. Like, there's nothing they can do anymore. I'm just going to be able to... I don't even need to shield here, to be fair. It's just going to be the Icy Wind. They drop my attack. That's cool. But I have now another charge move coming in. And I'm fairly certain they're going to be in rollout range. Even if they're not in rollout range, I still get to a Body Slam. And as you see, we're going to be able to win this battle guaranteed if I use a shield here, which I do. And this is going to be it for this battle. And again, yeah, we have kind of similar stuff happening here. I'm actually just going to take the hit here still on the Morgrem. It's kind of funny that Jellicent still gets the move here, but it doesn't matter at all. I can go for a Shadow Ball against the Wigglytuff if I want to do and I win the battle. But I go for the Body Slam just to be safe, and we can move on to the next opponent. So, Morgrem is an investment, absolutely, but honestly, it's kind of worth it now. Like, at this point, this Pokemon is absolutely worth it. It's good in the current meta. And here, swap out again into the Morgrem. I feel like it's a bit of a mistake, but at the end of the day, Morgrem has more play against the Bastiodon, which I think is the main reason why I decided to go for that, because I guess both of them are quite similar. Here, at this point, they just went for the hard-hitting Leaf Storm, and as I shielded once anyway, I can just let the next moves go through. They're going to be debuffed. I can just go for the full Farm Down against the opponent, which works out beautifully. And now I have a ton of energy that I can go up against the Bastiodon with, which is kind of funny. I guess it kind of worked out quite well. This is going to be fine. I can go for the foul play spam. I'm not really too worried about it. I'm just going to get some damage onto them, which puts them now definitely into Sacred Sword range, which is perfect as well. But I'm a bit worried because now the opponent is going to gain a ton of energy on their Bastiodon, which they can now utilize against the Dual Blade. So I swap out straight away to just try to pressure them early, because at this point they even hit a Body Slam range nearly from our Licky. We get the shield from the opponent early, which means they kind of want to get the Flamethrower off here. And I will deny that as they swap out into their final Pokemon, which is going to be that Annihilate. We're kind of in a bad spot, but I can go for another charge move here. Sacred Sword is coming in. They're never going to see that this is going to be a bait. And so I shield up the move, but yeah, that is going to be basically an impossible battle to win now, because what they can do is they can boost themselves up. Rages is coming through, and the only way of me winning this is if I can catch the move, I guess. I can't catch the move because I get still another move off here. This is going to be the Ice Punch coming in, and I can knock them out now, but like, I still have to deal with a Bastiodon, and the Bastiodon is going to have some energy. I feel like I kind of screwed this battle up on myself. I gotta try my best to go for the Body Slam, but there's no way that's going to be enough, right? Like, it's a double resisted hit against a oh wait, it is enough. Good game to the opponent. Okay. Horror Bleed. I can't see myself winning this one. I should went into my... I guess it worked. Okay, that works out quite well still. I felt like I should went into my other Pokemon, into my Morgrem instead. But it's okay, because at the end of the day, all of my Pokemon are better against Nidoqueen. Like, I don't have to talk around it here. Nidoqueen is actually an interesting pick for the current meta, to the point where I would actually consider trying it out myself, because I feel like it has some potential right now. It definitely has some potential right now. Nidoqueen is an interesting anti-meta pick, because a lot of Pokemon actually would be interesting for it. Okay, I feel like it's a Pokemon I should maybe take a look at, Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen is very good, I guess, also with a Licky say swap there. That makes a lot of sense as well with it. So, yeah, they're going to be able to not align themselves, actually. Unless they use a shield here, which I actually would love. Please use a shield. They decide to use a shield. That's actually perfect, because now I am going to be able to just go into my Dual Blade, get a bit of energy advantage, and hope for the best now, as I get actually quite a lot of energy advantage. I see the Nidoqueen coming back in, and I can swap out here to catch the move onto the opponent, onto our Morgrem. In comes Feraligatr, which is also interesting. The normal Feraligatr is currently a little bit better than the Shadow Feraligatr, I feel like, as well. So, like, it does make some sense that we have this here. But let's see, the Hydrocan comes through. We have the full Farm Down from Morgrem. They're still gonna get to another move, but it's worth it for me to shield this move up as far as I can see. And I just have to hope they can get the foul play off. I get the foul play off. Are they going to use a shield? I find it a very interesting end game, because I'm not too sure which one is going to be able to win this. They're gonna go for the Poison Fang. Okay, I would have liked to catch the Poison Fang, if I'm honest, but at the end of the day, maybe this works out as well. We have another charge move coming in. This is such an uphill battle. I wonder if I can win this. I have a charge move coming through, but can we still get to another move in time? We can still win against a Shadow Nidoqueen, which kind of destroys our entire team. But so that was kind of fun. Okay, final battle. We're going to have a great lead of Empoleon. We generally win this as our, as we're going to be able to outspeed the opponent. So I'm quite happy with this scenario so far. And let's see what we can do about that. We're going to be able to go for the Sacred Sword, but catch the move on the Sableye. That is going to be a bit tough, but I have a good answer now. Welcome in a Morgrem, a Pokemon that is going to be able to not only resist the fast move, it's also going to be able to resist the charge moves. But still, I'm going to let the move go. That's fine. I can... Oh, can I farm the down? I can't farm them all the way down. Which allows me now to go for a charge move against the Empoleon. If I'm lucky, I still might even survive a Metal Sound, which would be absolutely fantastic. But the opponent is going to be able to actually knock me out. And I just try my best to get I guess I'm just gonna try to get the full Founder done. In comes Pangoro, and that is going to be a good game. Okay, yeah, this is going to be it for this video. Pangoro is sadly the worst possible Pokemon I could imagine to encounter here right now. So, yeah, good game to the opponent. This is going to be it for this video as well. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I think it was quite successful. I feel like that this Pokemon itself has a lot of potential. And yeah, this is going to be it. Hopefully you enjoyed, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.